Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, live from Tailgaters in Plano, as we are each and every Wednesday night, starting at 6:30 tee time, talking golf, talking Ryder Cup tonight.
I had a 2-shot penalty then.
It must have been a frost delay because we're a little late tonight. And we also have a special guest tonight.
Yeah,
we
boy.
do.
Yes. Those of you that watch the show regularly, you've never heard of him.
You might not recognize him.
Yeah, a special guest tonight. Special guest.
I'm your host, IndyCar Tim. I am joined by, of course, the Jody Mudd and the Mark Calcavecchia of the show.
Oh, man.
It's a new one every week.
Calc, right? Is it because I put on some weight, Tim? I have to be Calc?
Of course. Jody Mudd and Mark Calcavecchia.
Is it Jody Mudd because I don't hit it very far?
Finished 1 and 2 in the 1990 Players Championship.
Huh.
So I was trying to give you all a little credit.
Well, there's a back-end connotation.
I guess that's it.
Sure.
I feel worse about myself. Thank you. I'll have another drink. That's right.
Welcome, everyone, to From the Rough. We've got 65-cent wings here at Tailgaters, and we have something dollar buckets of beer. I never can remember. But come out and get some cold beverages, have some 65-cent wings, talk some golf with us. And as I mentioned at the top, we've got some Ryder Cup. And boys, speaking of the Ryder Cup, what an ass-kicking that was. Was it an ass-kicking?
How about that?
Even by Ryder Cup standards, that's an ass-kicking, right? The largest margin of victory since 1979.
You know, you look at that. Did anyone predict that? Me? You did?
Well, wait a second. They were the favorites going into the
I said
But they've been the favorites every year. Every year they
Are
kind
they really the favorites every year?
Yes, they are the favorites. Even though they're over there, they're the favorites every year.
Huh.
If you look at that, so first off, to start it, 19-9. 19 is the largest point total ever.
Since Europe joined, yes. Right?
Can anyone guess that? Yeah, no, not really. You got 4 rookies, but in theory, they're not really rookies, right? So they had major championships on their belt, and that's what everybody was saying. 19-9.
That's just an ass whooping.
It's an ass whooping. The only concerns from our team that I had going into it, I figured Patrick Cantlay would play well, and I thought that Colin Morikawa would play well. I was a little nervous about Harris English, just because his name sounds like he's playing for the wrong team.
I know, right? But I like Harris English.
He was fine.
I was more worried about Colin Morikawa because he obviously he won the Open Championship, and when it was like no conditions, like non-windy conditions, like you never get. This scenario would be the same way. If it's windy, the guy can't play golf.
That's right.
Right? And it didn't get windy.
It didn't.
Not really.
Not really.
So that's why he thrived a little bit. So he got a little bit lucky on the draw. I'm not saying he's not a great player, but
I was a little concerned with the Bryson-Brooks relationship going in.
I was looking forward to that.
Those guys play ping pong in the team rooms, and they're taking showers together and stuff like that. So I just thought that they might. Well,
I'd kind of like to be in
I didn't
that
know
shower.
how they were
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't know how they were going to mesh. And unfortunately, they weren't paired together. We knew that they weren't close to each other.
But the funny thing what Stricker said is after all said and done, and this is a couple things I kind of got from the ASIN press conference was they asked to play together.
Oh, really?
Oh, did they really? I wondered about that.
Stricker said our team came together so much that Bryson and Brooks asked to play together.
Wow.
And I was just like, after that, it was just like, wow.
Now, I didn't see 19 coming, but I tell you one thing I didn't doubt. I did not doubt Steve Stricker's leadership. That is the nicest guy in the sport.
Right.
And he has that killer instinct because he's best friends with Tiger Woods. Right?
And how much did they want to play for him, right? That was more than anything else.
Well, did you guys see, I had this for later, but did you guys see during the post-event press conference, Stricker was asked if he would be interested in being captain in Rome in 2023, and he kind of didn't really answer. But every single player that was on the team started hooting and hollering behind him and cheering for him and we want to play for this guy again.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
There's nothing he did. He did everything right. And even in the press conference, he's like, well, we have a process, right? We have a process. What we're doing is like, yeah, rah, rah, rah.
He did one thing wrong.
What?
He stood up in the opening ceremony, right? Somebody from Wisconsin, and he said he roots for the Bears.
He said he's a Bears fan.
I'm like, what is he doing?
Well, he did it.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I'll take that back. He did another thing wrong. That goddamn gear that they had going on in that press conference was hey, man, listen.
Did they pick that?
Man, that is awful.
It's awful.
That gear that they had was awful.
I don't really like anything they wore over the weekend.
No, man, that's all corny. But, Steve Strickland's a little bit corny.
A little bit.
Right.
A little bit corny. So that didn't surprise me. But obviously corny wins. And here's what I took away from it. In the last 3 or 4 Ryder Cups, I'd never seen anyone want to play for the captain more than they wanted to play for him. Because he's so humble. It wasn't about him. It was about, hey, man, he was he did it. They wanted to play for him, same as playing for getting the cup. And that's what I love.
Well, hey, before we get into this too much here, I want to have a little fun. I got a multiple choice question for you guys regarding the Ryder Cup, all right? Now, there are 7 possible choices. Okay, so I want to know, and
it's 7, all of the above.
It's just opinion, all right. It's not a test, all right. It's just I want to know. I have 7 options here. When did you know the Ryder Cup was over? Number 1, Friday afternoon when the United States took a 6-2 lead after day 1. Number 2, Saturday morning when the U.S. tacked on 3 more points, including one when Jordan Spieth raised his putter to the sky as the eagle dropped on the 16th hole that helped him put away his Euro opponents. Number 3, when Justin Thomas and Daniel Berger chugged beers on the first tee before the 4th session. Number 4, when Scotty Scheffler chest bumped Bryson DeChambeau late on Saturday en route to the Americans' 11th point of the week. Number 5, when DeChambeau got up and down from 354 yards at the first hole against Sergio Garcia on Sunday and then beat Garcia's birdie with an eagle. Number 6, when Colin Morikawa hit an iron from 221 yards on the 17th to within 3 feet to win that hole, guaranteed a half point against Victor Hovland. Or number 7, when Dustin Johnson popped the first champagne bottle, which happened as quickly as humanly possible following the U.S. destruction of the Euros.
Is there a number 8, all of the above?
Yeah.
Well, I already asked that.
Those are my 7 points that I thought any one of those you could say it's over.
Listen.
Well, it was certainly over when Dustin Johnson popped the bottle.
Did you listen how drunk he was?
Yeah. That's what I love.
I mean, Dustin doesn't drink.
Great.
Dustin doesn't drink. Like,
he does now.
He likes other shit.
Yeah.
He's not a drink. But you can't get that drunk drinking champagne. That little champagne. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of little champagnes. I know from experience.
And it was fun. He looked like me after the show on Wednesdays.
Oh.
He sounded like me on Wednesday night at 10:30.
Sounded like Lance from last Wednesday.
Yeah.
It might surprise you, my answer, honestly. I was nervous.
The whole time?
I mean, until we got the 11th point. I know
Okay.
it's silly. I'm
Really?
serious. I mean, maybe not 11.
So late Saturday,
10,
you already knew it was over.
No. Sunday. The 11th was Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Well, I felt nervous going into Sunday. I did, honestly. Because I just remember the Medina Massacre. I remember those. I mean, the Europeans not known for individual one-on-one and singles matches coming all the way back to beating us. I was concerned about it. Like, they kept talking about the huge lead after foursomes and 4-ball, and I was just like, I can't get over that. I can just see them winning the first 5 matches, and then all of a sudden, they just need. I mean, they still need it. Don't get me wrong; it was a long shot.
Right.
But I was still nervous until I saw the American flags on Sunday, like in the first hour. We'll see that.
I think Stricker kept it to where that they never got arrogant, they never got confident because they were playing for him, and he's never an arrogant and confident guy. So I felt his aura about who he is and how he led that team never got them to where that they were getting overconfident, and that's why they got 19 points.
Yeah, no, not overconfident. I was just concerned. I just thought that Europe's just sitting there, and they're just not really doing much, and I was just waiting for them to do something.
Right.
I mean, John Rahm played great, right? He only lost 1 match. I mean, there were certain people, like Sergio played great.
Yeah.
I mean, I just kept thinking that they were going to mount some kind of a charge. They just didn't. I mean, Rory won the first match on Sunday. That wasn't enough of a jump starter.
And going back to the European side, they've never been trout dunked the way they were. And you're seeing some of the emotion of some of those some of the European guys were coming out that they never really got beat that way. They're usually on the other end of it, beating them down. And you see in some of the emotion, like Rory was like, hey, man, listen, I don't want to feel this way again.
I know he cried. Lee Westwood cried.
And that's a good thing.
mean,
That's good, though.
That's a great thing.
There's
And Lee
crying
Westwood
in
cried
golf.
because it's probably his last Ryder Cup, right? I mean, just
How old is Lee?
Lee's 49.
Yeah,
and he won his
48 or
last match.
49.
He won his
He's
last
done.
match,
Yeah.
and it's great to see. You look at some of those things. Hey, listen, I think it was 100%. The team of the United States team was 100% on the board of Stricker's following.
Yep.
Letting him do what he does,
Right.
playing for him more than anything.
He didn't change
No.
the lineups. He just put them. I mean, they
Yeah,
worked. They
yeah.
worked 3-1. They worked. Put
He
them out there
didn't
again.
tweak.
Say,
Yeah, he
guys,
didn't tweak too much for sure.
And like I said, it's the first team in a long time that I heard the guys saying they want to play for him. They want to play for him. They want to play. He's so unselfish as a person.
Very so much.
That they want to play for him. And it wasn't really about winning it for the U.S. It was playing for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys really
yeah.
kind of comprehended it.
Sure.
It's like I want to play for him. It wasn't I want to win the cup for the U.S. We want to win the cup for
Yeah.
him. And that's the constitute of how much of a captain and leader that he was, and it was great to see.
So the cool thing is that we're going to be able to see these at least 11 guys. I mean, Dustin Johnson's the oldest one. He's 37. So
Right.
we're going to at least see these 11 guys for a while
Yeah.
on this team. And so the big test for them will be to see if they can win over there. Because that
Right.
would really do it for me. That would prove it to me.
Sure.
Right.
They have
Sure.
to do it over there in 2 years. And where are they going? Paris? Are they going? No, not
Rome.
Paris.
Rome.
Okay.
2023 Rome.
That will be a big test for us.
So I don't know about you guys. I kind of considered this the dream team of, like the 94 U.S. Olympic basketball team, the dream team. You had the highest official world golf ranking average of any Ryder Cup team.
Was ninth.
Each player
So
won.
surprising.
Each player won a match before singles play, and they set the modern points record.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, dream team, right?
I know. And how about that? And Tiger Woods is not on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, when do we think we were going to come to a day where we'd say that?
Yeah, it doesn't
Or
surprise
Phil.
me, though.
Or Phil.
Or Phil.
They're too old.
They're too old.
Yeah, and that's what they
Young
kept
man's
saying. This
game.
is the new regime
It
of
is.
This is the new regime of the Ryder Cup. When Dustin Johnson is the oldest guy on the team,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's the leader, and that was
Yeah.
one of the reasons why I was like, I didn't really think he was going to be. I hit a foul ball. I mean, you guys cussed me out on Twitter and things like that because I hit one foul ball, but I thought he would take that responsibility of, being the team leader. He'd have some other responsibilities that golf was irrelevant, but.
He came to play. He was
Yeah, he did.
5
Yeah,
and
he did. Yeah, he did.
5-0.
He certainly did. Certainly did. And you know what? The cool part is, if you watch like the end of the Ryder Cup and you're watching all the celebratory things, man, that was a cool part. And
Yeah,
the cool,
yeah.
and I don't know if you ever seen it before, like when they did all the celebration. Everything was outside, like on this big pavilion. Did
Yeah.
we ever see that before?
Sure.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have?
well, I've seen I've seen that. When
Like-
we
like-
won. Well, when did we win? We didn't win at Medina. We won at
2012?
is that Hazeltine, Minnesota, Chaska? Where did we win there? I don't even remember.
But
Yeah, I
like
remember.
I
to the
remember
point-
them outside spraying everybody with everything.
No, like they had the whole pavilion outside for celebration. I mean, they do it on the greens and shit
Yeah.
like that. But they had everybody out there and just doing. It was a fan experience. I thought that was a little bit more inclusive for the most of the fans that I've ever seen. In a
Yes,
Ryder
and
Cup.
those fans deserve it. I heard something yesterday, Tim. I don't know if you know this or not. Do you know that to get there to watch, it took an hour bus ride?
You couldn't drive?
No, you couldn't park there.
Yeah.
Is that how Jeb had to
That's
get
how
there?
everyone. I don't know how JEB got there, but I know that they were driving people in from an hour away because
Wow.
they couldn't park. That was a long day. You get up at 4:30 for the 7 a.m. tee time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they're running there like hamsters.
I know.
Just trying to get some of them seats to watch, for 3 or 4 hours before they even came close. And I told Jeb, I was lucky enough. I went to the 08 at Valhalla, and Jeb's lucky enough to go up there last week. And I said, hey, listen, it's the greatest sporting event you ever see. But here's the hard part: you got 50,000 people watching four holes.
matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four holes.
Yeah.
And you're not going to
tough.
see a lot, especially that golf course. That golf course is so hilly. I played it a few times. It's hard to play golf, even in a golf cart, and whether you walk, it's brutal. to walk, first off, and then you got all those fans. But a little bit of it is cool because you're a little bit elevated, and even if you're 5 or 6 rows back,
you can still see
you can see some of those holes down. So, I talked to Jeb when he came back. He's like, "Listen, you're right, man. It's one of the coolest sporting experiences I've ever seen in my life." He said, "But it was hard." I said, "Okay, it is hard because there's just so many people watching 4 holes." So, like I said, he had a great time, and I thought he'd be here tonight to give a little bit of experience, and we could talk about it on the air. But he must be still tired from falling down on them hills.
Yeah.
So,
a couple of notes on the European side. I mean, Sergio became Europe's all-time leading point scorer. That's a big accomplishment for him. He's been playing in the Ryder Cup since he was 18 years old.
How old is Sergio now?
45?
He played in the 90s. That's a good question.
He's 45?
99. He played in the 99 Ryder Cup, and that was his first year, and he was 18. 18 or 19. So you do the math.
Wow, that'd make him.
Which I can't do, and I know.
45 off the top of my head. But.
And then Ian Poulter, surprisingly, remains undefeated in singles. A little surprising. Undefeated. Wow. He's 5-0-1 in singles. I mean, we know he's ruthless and nasty. He did not have his A game.
No.
I mean, for a lot of the week, but still, he still remains undefeated in singles.
Here's a little bit I took out of it. As much as we knew John Rahm was a dog, he's a dog.
What do you mean?
Like, we knew he's the best player in the world, and he proved it the first 3 or 4 days.
Oh, my gosh,
Here's
so when I think of a dog, I think of bad. Like, he's bad. I thought you meant he was bad.
Oh, no, dog. I mean, like, he played he validated his number 1 player in the world.
Like, when I call you, hey, dog, I'm not saying, hey, best player in the world. I'm saying,
well, maybe you are.
Hey, idiot.
I might be the best player, not best golf player. Might just be the best player.
No, that's playa.
Playa.
Hey, playa.
With an A.
All right.
They interviewed him.
All right, a little bit different.
They interviewed him after he lost his singles match to Scotty Scheffler.
He got beat. He got his ass beat.
Okay, but here's the thing. They interviewed him. I mean, and his response is like, what the F you want me to do?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy made 6 out of 7 birdies in the first 7, and I fleeced everybody for 2 days, right? Did he play every match?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so he beat everybody.
John Rahm was 5 under par and he lost.
He runs into Scotty Scheffler, the buzzsaw from Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm. You've heard of him.
The other guy from Dallas, Texas. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows Jordan.
Yeah.
And me.
So Scotty Scheffler was 5 under after 6.
Oh, man.
And John Rahm was only 3 down, right? John Rahm shot 5 under on the last round.
He lost.
Sometimes you just get beat.
I know. I feel like it was a bad question. I'm like, well, I just beat. I mean, if I would have him, I'd have been like, look, I mean, personally, I kicked everybody's ass on your team for 2 straight days, and now I happen to lose 1, and you're just all over me.
But he said it. He's like, hey, man. He's like, the guy just played all. I got beat. I mean, the guy's good. The guy's a great player. Yeah, I got beat. What do you want me to tell you?
So I thought it'd be fun to go down. Bus, you missed last week. Lance was here for you. We went down.
You missed last week? Or
last week was it the week before last? Or was it last week?
You missed last
week?
7 weeks.
I'm just nobody's laughing.
I was just going 1, but the last 7 months. But last week we went down the rosters for the Euros and the Americans, and we declared whether they were going to be boom or bust or flat. So I thought it'd be fun. We didn't really have time to go through the Euro one because I kind of figured they were all, except for John Rahm, they were either flat or a bust.
And I probably said John Rahm was going to be bust, but that's.
You said John Rahm would be a bust. I said he would be a boom.
What did you guys say on Ian Poulter? I want to know Ian Poulter.
Poulter, Johnny said he would be flat, and I said he would be flat.
Well, he's 5-0-1.
That's pretty flat.
That's a boom.
Well, yeah, it is. So just a winning record.
Excuse me?
I mean, give me some goddamn credit a little bit. I mean, let's go through it then.
So let's go down the U.S. roster here, and me and Johnny differed on many of these, but I want y'all to decide if it was in fact a boom or a bust. Colin Morikawa. Boom or bust?
Well, he's a winning record, so obviously it's a boom.
So that's a boom?
Yep.
What did I say?
You had him as a bust. I had him as a boom.
You were worried about because he hits it so high.
Yeah.
It wasn't windy. It wasn't windy.
DJ, boom or bust?
Johnny said bust, obviously. Right?
I guess I'm over 2.
That was a boom.
I said boom. Bryson.
What did I say?
Well, what was he? And then we'll figure that out.
He was a bust. He was a boom because he's a winning record.
Johnny had boom. I had bust.
Okay, I'm 1 and 2.
Brooksy.
Did I say turd?
What was he? And then we'll discuss that.
Turd. Did I say turd?
You said he was a bust. I said he's a boom. What was he?
He was flat, I think.
He was flat, I think.
Okay, so those are that's a push. JT.
I said flat or bust.
You said bust. We both said bust.
He was a bust. He didn't have a winning record.
His shoes were a boom, though.
He didn't have a winning record.
He had
All right.
nice shoes on, though.
We both hit on the bust. Cantlay.
Wait, doesn't he get something for shotgunning a beer?
Well, no, we either.
Yes.
He doesn't get points. We
That's
get
two
points.
checks for him.
That's 2 checks.
That's 2 checks. He's a huge boom. Yeah.
All right, well, we missed it. Patrick Cantlay, boom or bust?
I said bust for sure. I know
said
he's
boom.
a boom. I
Yep.
said he's a boom.
I said boom. Let's see. Tony Finau.
I said flat or I said boom.
You said flat.
Did I?
You said bust first, and then you said flat.
No.
Yes, that's exactly how it's written down. Bust. I scratched
I think
it out,
you wrote
wrote
that.
flat.
I think you wrote that wrong.
I
Okay.
think Tony brought something else to the team as well. He
I'm gonna give.
wanted to set the record.
I'm gonna give
on-
myself a win on that
No,
one.
what would you say he was? Was he a boom?
I think
No,
he
he
was
was a boom.
I think
He
he
had a
was a
winning
boom.
record
All right,
for
He did.
sure.
I
And
missed
he
that.
brought. He wanted to set the record on Sunday. He said
Yeah.
that on in an interview.
What about Xander?
Well, I definitely said he was. Did I say he was flat?
What was he?
He was a boom.
He was 3
All
and
right.
1.
We all said he would be a boom.
Oh, we all did. Okay, so I'm 3 and 3.
Well,
I'm 3 and 3. Just let's keep.
You're not,
Let's keep
but
it moving.
okay.
Let's keep it moving.
Jordan.
Let's keep it moving.
Jordan,
I said Jordan would be a boom.
Jordan was 1-2.
No, you didn't.
He was 1-2 and 1.
So what was he? Was he flat or was he a boom?
I would say
He was
that's
1, 2, and 1. I mean, so he's obviously a bust.
All right. Well, Johnny said
you go.
flat. I said boom. So neither one of us wins.
So I'm 3 and 1.
Harris English.
I said he was going to be a
he
bust.
was a bust.
And he was a bust.
He was
he a
1.
bust?
He was 1-2 and 0.
Yep, that's a bust.
All
4,
right.
3, and 1.
I had boom. You had bust.
Yep, I win.
Berger.
I said he was going to be a massive boom.
Yep. What was he?
He was 2-1 and 0. So yeah, so he was a boom.
Boom. All right.
Boom.
Well,
5, 3, and 1.
Johnny had boom. I had boom.
I tell you what, anytime you win a foursomes match, I don't care about four ball. I don't. If you can win a foursomes match, it is so much harder to play alternate
No
shot than
doubt.
it is. So I mean that counts as a boom. For
No
me.
doubt.
Finally, last on the roster, Scotty Scheffler.
I said he was a massive boom.
Nope, you did not.
No, I didn't. I did no, sir.
You said bust.
No, I did not.
You did. It's right
Well, he
here.
can't
No,
lie.
you wrote that.
Right
you
here.
you
The
wrote
sheet
that
doesn't
wrong.
lie.
Bust.
No
There it
way.
is.
No,
Lance
I
said
would never
flat,
say
I
that.
said flat.
Well, you guys are all wrong because he was a boom and he took down the number 1 player in the league.
I think you wrote that wrong. That's what
So
I
I
think.
got 6 right. Johnny got 1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5 right.
Woo! Well, not surprising that the
And of
golf
course-
expert of the show would lead the way.
Well,
I
maybe
didn't
you guys
even
should start gambling on golf then, I guess. I mean, I just hate
Should we start doing my picks again? Because we haven't done
I
that
like
since
that.
you've been
You're right.
gone.
I like that. Coming up this week.
So good times at the Ryder Cup. Go America, USA. USA.
It was so much fun.
USA. Maybe we can take a show trip overseas next time they have it over there.
Oh,
Ro-
that'd be fun.
Rome has an opportunity to be expensive, so we got to make a little bit
Are
more
you sure
money.
it's not in
with
Rome?
sponsorship.
Are you
Wait a
sure it's
second.
not in Rome,
He know-
Texas?
wait,
2
he
years.
knows this, right?
Is it not in Rome, Texas?
It's not.
Oh,
That's
that'd be
Paris.
awesome.
That's Paris, Texas.
Does he know that as
There's a Rome.
does he know that as PGA members, like you and I, we can take him for free? Do you know that?
Let's go.
We get one
I
ticket.
can get one.
Hey,
no, we get 2.
hey, I
You
have to get
you and a
permission
guest.
now.
You and a guest. We just got to pay
I
for
have
the
to
flight.
get permission to take.
We
trips
take a
now.
boat over there. You think?
But you know he doesn't have passport.
I'll take you
He
for
doesn't
free.
have
Yeah, I don't have a
passport.
passport.
Oh, you don't
I
have
refuse to
passport.
get a passport.
We
I
talked
don't need a
about
passport.
we talked about this last week when you weren't here, like the last 3
Oh, it
or
was
4
like
weeks.
a month ago, probably. I've never had a passport.
We
I'll
could
never.
stay
I'll
in
never
a.
get
We
one.
could stay in a
Passports are for
bed and
foreigners.
bed and
Hostel?
breakfast
Stay in a
over there.
hostel?
Well, I was going to say that, but then I thought family show.
Is that is that a whorehouse?
family show?
That's what we called them. So what's next on the schedule, boys?
We're going to Jackson.
Sanderson Farms in Jackson, Mississippi.
Mississippi.
They got a lot of chickens there. That's where they make their chickens.
It's really hard to follow up the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean,
it is.
I mean, what are you going to do?
But I got to make some people some money
Yes.
this week on the Sanderson Farms
Yes.
on some gamblings.
So I saw some questions online about the Sanderson Farms. There's a lot of questions whether or not Sergio's going to play. Of course, he won in 2019. But because of the whole Ryder Cup situation, he may or may not play.
No,
I don't know if is he announced.
No, he
it
won
yet?
last week. He won last year. That's when the tour started again. So
Wait a
he's
second.
defending champion.
No, 2019.
He won in 2020. No,
They didn't have it in
They
20.
didn't have it in 2020.
they didn't.
I don't think they did.
COVID.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
think
what
they
my
had it.
research told me was the last tournament was 2019.
No, the first tournament that they had was back in Sanderson in the fall. This time last year.
Boy, write it down here, so we'll figure it out.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
So they skipped. They
All right,
skipped
we'll look it
the
up.
year before. Sergio is defending
up.
champion.
Right, he's
regardless.
defending champion either way, right? We knew
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Now, I need you guys to clarify this because I also read somewhere that this course rewards distance off the tee but not accuracy.
It just depends
How
on where
accurate is that statement?
I think that's a little loose.
Yep.
Because I looked at the odds of the people that
Fuzzy
are favored.
Zeller doesn't lie.
No, that's true. And the guys that are favored, or at least Johnny's picks are based off guys that hit it, 263 in the air.
Yeah, so the base on the
Don't hit it
pick.
anywhere.
So first off, Sergio's the defending champion, and he is playing. First off, he is playing.
He is playing? Okay.
And the tournament was played actually last year. So let's get this crystal.
Okay.
Crystal, sir.
The people who succeed at this golf course it has nothing to do with length. It has everything to do with the grass conditions.
So you would be completely wrong in your statement there.
Yep.
Just to clarify, you're wrong.
Hey, it wasn't my statement. I was reporting what my source told me.
Okay. Well, yeah,
And I told
apparently
you
I'm
who
not
my
your source.
I told you who my source was.
So listen, it's not about
Fuzzy Zeller. Hey,
it's
brother,
not-
take care, man.
it's
Go
not-
Tigers.
It's not about the length of the golf course here. Listen, this golf course on tour the grass on the golf course is the grainiest. You're playing in Jackson, Mississippi.
Is it Bermuda grass down there?
100% Bermuda.
Or is it just mud?
And it's raw.
Sounds
Bermuda.
right. Yeah.
I think it's just.
So if you look at the past winners,
That's gonna leave a
past
mark.
people that had success,
God damn it, Griggs.
God damn it, Griggs.
Kidding me? You kidding me? This guy.
That was live, too.
I guess that's it.
I guess
that's it.
Well, we had a nice host.
Call Mama Griggs.
Had
Take
a
you
real
home.
good show going
We
here.
had a
and
nice host for the event for our show.
Yeah,
Party
on a
foul.
weekly basis and
all the
that.
party fouls.
So basically, the golf course it's all definitive on the grass. Like, the golf course plays. It's not about length. If you can
what
play
she said.
Bermuda, this is the golf course. If you look at all the past champions, you look at all the guys that has succeeded there. You have to look at the other way. This tournament used to be played in the spring, and it was a off-cuff event because it used to be played either secondary tier event of the Masters or the match play.
Oh, okay.
So it was a second tier event. So we used to play in the spring. So the longer hitters would play in the spring when it was soft, right? And they would win.
I was just going to say that.
Right.
Soft.
So you had the overseas.
I hate that word.
Now
Soft.
in the fall, obviously you're not transitioning in the grasses, and it's
that
still
word,
playing a lot firmer.
Firmer.
It's a hilly golf course, but
It
it's
is.
Bermuda. If look at these past guys that's had success there, they're playing on that grass, and it's big time raw Bermuda. It's just like playing in Georgia. It's like
Yeah,
playing in
it's spongy and
Yep.
sticky and just
mud.
no fun.
a little bit,
Mississippi,
little
it's
bit
mud.
of Georgia, a little bit of like all the grains are straight grain Bermuda, and that's how I went through my picks this week.
All right, well, Johnny's Picks coming up, brought to you by BetUS.com, the 3-decade leader, BetUS. Join now for a 125% bonus or 200% bonus with crypto. Use the promo code DSP125 for cash or DSP200 for crypto. Bet sports, casinos, horses, pop culture, and more at BetUS.com. You bet, you win, you get paid. BetUS.com. Johnny, take it away.
Here we go. We got a lot of action. First time we've been back this week for a couple weeks on betting. On obviously a lot of winners. Ryder Cup last week I haven't posted. Week before that I didn't post. New season, new winners. We had a great success rate last year. So let's get this going. First pick I have this week at the Sanderson Farms Championship is Charlie Hoffman at 36-1. I really feel like he's one of those guys, early events, that he wants to kind of get ahead of the curve. He's probably one of the best players in the field. He's got a little short odds, but he's one of the best players in the field at 36-1. He's, depending on if he's really playing in the wintertime, I think he's really motivated to play.
I think so too. I think he's the kind of guy that sat and watched the Ryder Cup and just
Absolutely.
I want to be there. That's what Charlie Hoffman is.
And President Cup. He's got an opportunity
For sure.
to play in the President's Cup.
So, yeah,
He's a good
I
enough
like-
player
I like
to play
the-
in
I
that.
like the pick. I like
Been there
him.
before. Second pick, I like Keegan Bradley, another pick at 36-1. He's really good on this type of grass. He's a little gumball goofy. I don't really like him in terms of when it comes to that, but it's early in the season. He really plays early. He's one of those guys going to play a lot in South Florida. He's used to the grasses. He's going to come in a field that's not really dominated with super high-end players. I think he's got an opportunity to perform this week at 36-1.
It's a stretch. but we'll let it slide. I like. Okay.
Well, it's his pick.
Well, I'm allowed to.
Doesn't
Yeah.
mean we have to
Yeah.
bet on it.
Yeah.
No, but it's nice if you're actually gambling and betting that you have somebody to confirm. Like Charlie Hoffman's 100%. I love
Yep.
it. Keegan's like, okay, that's good. I like it. Let's start
Yeah.
36-1. I like it.
Yeah.
This next one, I love this next one.
Kevin Strillman
Love
at Kevin Strillman at 41.
Now, he doesn't hit it very far, but
I think this golf course. Listen, I checked out the weather. The weather's fine. There's not a lot of rain. He's going to get a lot of roll. He's got an opportunity early in the year. He's one of those prototypical guys that starts early, gets all his money, plays well when it's weather is warm.
Card. You're right.
Yeah, he's one of those prototypical guys that gets all his money end of the year, beginning of the year, and kind of grinds it out when there's soft field events. And he's a guy that really, just because he's third on my list of picking, I think he has a great opportunity to win. My ham sandwich this week is Keith Mitchell at 80-1, and I'm not sure why he's this big odds. Maybe
Really?
there's something they don't know. Maybe he hasn't been practicing. But is anyone any better suited? First off, for the golf course, he hits it far, likes it run. He's played on this grass. He grew up in Georgia, prototypical. The only reason why he's 80-1 is he been playing golf, or has he been just chilling in the chilling and drinking his cold taste and
Netflix
doing
and
his thing
chilling.
and relaxing. But talent-wise, he's got an opportunity to win this golf tournament 81. And we had him as a winner earlier in the year when he was big favorite.
He
played on
won.
the same type of grass.
I was just gonna say he won the Honda.
Yep, played
and
on
that
the
was
same
in
type of
Florida,
grass.
West Bermuda, yes.
So I think I think there's a great opportunity for him. And in 81, I think it's a good pick. Couple of top 10 picks. Top 10, I got Brant Snedeker finishing in the top 10 at plus 1,000. Again, it's another opportunity for him. He plays really well in a field that's not really packed with great players. He's used to this grass.
He's a Southern guy. He's a Tennessee
he's a Southern guy. He's
Yep.
a Tennessee guy. So, and he's a good putter. Great putter on Bermuda.
Great putter
And
on
that's
Bermuda.
what I'm looking at when I pick at these picks. JT Poston at finishing in the top 10 at plus 1,200. He's a guy, again, given an opportunity from an early field event. The guy can really play. He's a North Carolina guy. He's used to the grasses. Putts good on Bermuda. And you're going to see this week. I know I'm going to say this for the next couple picks. You look at these guys who can putt on Bermuda are going to be successful.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't know, it's extremely difficult. It's extremely frustrating too, because you have to pay attention to not only how the grain is growing, right? You have to know where the sun is, and then you got putts that look like they'd be straight downhill, but it's into the grain, and they're slower than molasses.
Yep.
Well, that's brutal to putt on.
Yep. So, and again, my last pick, JT. So I got a couple top 20 picks. I got CT Pan finishing in the top 20 at 250, and here's why. The guy hasn't stopped playing golf. The guy plays golf 36 holes a day. He's going to be in the form. I don't give a shit where he's playing. He's playing golf every day. He's one of those few guys that's going to grind the eyeballs off of it, and he's playing golf. And again, another guy that wants to get some points early in the year.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree.
So, and my other top 20 pick is Camilo Villegas at plus 700.
Who?
Yeah.
Now that's the only one. That's the only one that I was like.
He got his card back. It's a short field event.
What a story.
He's healthy. He's playing a lot of golf. I think this is a great opportunity for him. Used to playing on Bermuda, living in South Florida.
Yes.
Given an opportunity. But he's only, and I'm only picking him top 20.
I see that. I know, that's true. You're right, top 20.
So he's getting some reps.
I think that would be a tremendous success if he finishes in the top 20 for him.
The guy was a world-class player. He won a World Golf Championship.
12 years ago?
Yeah, but, he doesn't – you don't forget to lose, right? You still know how to win.
Okay.
And he's had some personal struggles in his life with his daughter and things like that. But I think there's a great opportunity. I didn't pick him to win. I
know.
I think he's got a great opportunity to finish in the top 20, grab some momentum. He had some momentum last year.
He did.
And I think it's a feel good story, right? It's something that you want to see. So there's my picks this week. We posted on Twitter, Facebook. If y'all want to win some money and follow these things, this is the first pick of the year. This is the first pick of many, so this is going to be the first winners of many for next year.
I got a couple people to maybe keep your eye on, not to go against your picks at all. I would say that if you were a betting person, then you should just not listen to me when it comes to this. But I want to see how Peter Malnati does. He's plus 700 in the top 10, and he was the 2016 champion runner-up last year.
I agree.
So that's somebody to just keep, that's somebody to keep.
Yeah,
It's all about, it's obviously more than just a player. It's about the odds and how they stack up and the top 10 and top 20. And then I got Willy Zalatorius. He's a 20-1. Good venue, weak field. Now remember, 6 of the past 8 champions have been first-time winners.
And he just got married. But he just got married.
He did.
How much does he really practice? No, I agree. I don't blame you on that one.
No, but it's 20-1, and
Yep.
6 of the 8. We know Sergio's a past, not a first-time champion.
There's no chance with Sergio this week. But it's not even close to.
That's right.
Picking him. But Zalatorius isn't bad. I mean, he's going to be that guy. I think he's tired. I think he got married. I think he's kind of chilling. He finally got his tour card. Get his feet a little
Getting
wet.
busy what he's doing.
Is Patrick Reed playing or not? No, he's still out.
No,
on
I
the
think he's
IR.
no.
Is he recovering still?
No, he's not. No, I don't think he's playing.
There's your picks from the great John Deeney as he makes his picks for us every week for the winners, the top 10, the top 20s, brought to you by BetUS.com. You bet, you win, you decide. BetUS.com. Make sure you use those promo codes DSP125 for cash to get your 125% cash bonus and DSP200. If you do the crypto thing, if you understand how that works, more power to you, because I sure as hell don't.
I don't
But
either.
you're welcome to
We got to get there. We got to get there. We got to get there, boys.
We'll figure it out one of these days.
Yeah.
But, boys, it's that time of the show. It's time for this.
And now, the Highlands Performance Golf Center in Carrollton, Texas presents Getting Out of the Rough on the From the Rough Golf Podcast.
All right, boys, before we get into Where's Mills, I've got a funny anecdote for you. As I wanted to tell you guys about my worst golf outing ever.
Oh, recently.
As this was
Thank you,
over at, Lake Park that's over off Luna Road.
That sounds right.
You actually played golf at Lake Park and you actually went over there?
Is that Lake? Is that what it is over off Luna?
Was this
I
an
can't remember.
organized event?
No, it was just me going out and playing golf
Oh,
with some
just by
buddies.
yourself?
Yeah. No, this wasn't recent. This was a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this last time I played golf was with him over at the Bridges of Madison County.
I have a name.
Huh?
Him. What do you mean him?
Jody Mudd over here.
For hymns?
I mean,
Hey, maybe you need that.
you have no one to call? You played by yourself?
No, this was years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought this was recently.
No, this was years ago, but it's my worst golf outing ever. I don't remember what I shot, but I was pretty dejected. They've got a little clubhouse there. You can go grab some beer and stuff. I didn't even want to do that. I was walking back out to the parking lot, literally dragging my clubs behind myself as I'm walking. I didn't even give a crap. And these were,
in
by
a
the
pole
way,
cart?
huh?
In a pole cart?
No, on the ground. I had them in a cart. I'm walking back to my car, just dragging them on the ground.
I know, nobody thinks that's funny.
Why? Why would a pull cart be funny?
That'd be funny. A pole cart. Well, it's a pole cart.
Are pull carts fun?
Just
funny?
walk or get in a goddamn golf cart.
I did. I was in a cart. For the love of all that is holy, can I tell my story?
That's why it was funny.
Oh, okay.
Well, the funny part is you actually played golf.
Now I know
You
how
went to
big
a
Red
golf course.
feels. God, now I know how big Red feels. I got to start being nicer to him.
The funny part was that you actually said you went to the golf course.
So I'm walking back to my car, dragging my clubs, and a policeman pulls up. Excuse me, sir? Did you just tee off a 17 about 20 minutes ago? And I was like, yeah. Did you happen to maybe hit the ball over the trees, probably into where the street is out of bounds?
No.
I was like,
That's what you gotta say is no.
I said I may have done that.
Piped it.
He said, well, that ball went through the windshield of a car. The driver lost control, crashed into 2 other cars and a fire engine that hit a building. The building caught fire. And we need to know what you're going to do about it. I said, I'm probably going to close my stance a little bit and grip the club tighter.
We're gonna
you go.
need your State Farm policy.
Not gonna lie to you. That's probably the funniest thing you've ever said.
There you
No,
go. boy.
That
Come
is-
on,
that is
come
that
on.
is pretty damn good.
No, it was
had-
great.
had-
It was
I had
really,
y'all
it was-
going,
It
didn't
was
I?
really fun.
Well,
You
first
had me
off, I
going.
know that
You
was
had me
somebody
going.
else because when you said I went to the golf course, I knew it was a fallacy.
He had me until the fire.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
have got the windshield
Yeah,
stuff, and I
yeah.
would have done the run into the ambulance, and then the bus, and then the short bus. And when he said fire, I knew he was full of shit.
Yeah. Is Johnny, is our special guest ready?
Well, we'll find out. He knows he's ready. Well, he's special guest. I thought
Well, you
Buster
know what
was a
he'd
special
say?
guest.
He'd say, if
Our
you're
very
going to call
special
me at
guest.
7:15,
Well, he knows.
you call me at 7:15.
I gave him a 10-hour heads up,
It's
so
eight-
we
it's-
might
it's
as well call him.
8:15.
He knows. He's got 37. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Mills.
What's up, Mills?
Play a song. What were you doing?
Oh, did
Hold
you
on,
just-
Mills.
I'm way over my blue moon limit, man.
Where's Mills? Where's Mills?
I didn't know you had a blue moon limit.
Oh boy, Mills. What's going on? What's going? Did you? You must have.
I'm way over my limit, man.
Hey, is Dustin Johnson over there with you?
We finally got the special guest Bus on the show tonight, Mills. So you can't disappoint him.
Yeah, he's new here. Be nice.
All right, I'll do what I can, man.
Boy.
Are you in the backyard or are you laying in the bed, Mills?
No, I'm in the backyard, man.
Oh, you got.
But I got some bad news. I got bad news, man.
What?
Well, you know how the Masters, they don't show all the holes and they come on late because they're trying to protect the integrity and the image of the tournament.
Yeah. Whatever you
So
say.
my agent called me today and said, hey, you can't be on Johnny's show every week because you got to protect your brand.
Can we send you a contract? Can we send you a contract that you can sign it or what?
Well, you can send me one, but it'll be limited, man.
He's going to want payment in Blue Moon. And
Can we
heaters.
pay you? Can we pay you in Blue Moon and heaters and camels?
Blue Moon Newports.
That's even better. What'd you shoot today, Mills? I know when I talked to you this morning, you said you're going to golf course. What'd you shoot today, Mills?
82.
Oh, that's really good.
No.
No.
It's 18 holes.
he beat-
You know, it's 18 holes of golf. It's not.
Oh!
It's not 12.
I was saying
Oh, you're a funny boy, Johnny. Go.
he beat his handicap by 12 shots. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
That's my Pebble Beach partner.
No.
The question is, we got Mills here. Did you find Bus a Pebble Beach partner or not?
I don't know anybody that would want to go with Boss.
Oh,
Well, that's a little surprising.
Well, that's a little raw,
And then a pretty
Mills.
decent record.
I'd
there,
go,
I
but they
feel
won't.
like.
Well, let's put it this way. Last time I played with Gerber, he made one birdie, so I might want to go with Boss.
Yeah, you might want to.
Oh, you got the pot stirred
You
now.
go. You kick me to the curb.
Well,
Nah, he won't do that because he knows if he doesn't take you, he won't go. None of us would go.
You know it's the JG Invitational at Pebble Beach. It's not the Mills Invitational at Pebble Beach. You know that, right?
JD, that's my name, Jeffrey Donald.
JT Mills.
That's right.
Oh boy, we're gonna cut you a little loose early tonight, Mills. You sound like you drunk like 7 Indians here.
Oh, I'm in the back, dude.
So anything about your golf round today you want to talk about, or we were talking about the Ryder Cup. You got anything you want to talk about the Ryder Cup last week? Did you
Nah.
did you even sober enough to watch it?
No, I watched the Browns.
They won.
Well, that's
Okay. Zeke Elliott sucked.
He didn't
Well,
play.
exactly.
He didn't play in the Ryder Cup.
we had a
Mills.
nice.
He didn't
venue
play in the
anyway.
Browns game either.
He didn't play in the Browns game or the Ryder Cup.
Why not? But you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, which
I am.
pisses me off to begin with.
He's not a Zeke fan.
Right.
Hey, you know what though, Mills? You're a Buckeye fan though, right? So that's a little hypocritical, right?
Well, no, I love Ohio State. I graduated from there.
Yeah.
I don't kick the dog if they lose.
You played baseball. You played
I'm just
baseball
saying,
at Ohio
did
State,
you-
Mills.
Well, I did, but
You enjoyed when Zeke ran for Ohio State, right? Like ran all over Alabama. You enjoyed that, right?
well, yeah. Then he
Oh, yeah.
finds his big dollar contract and
Well, you gotta get paid.
it
Yeah.
becomes invisible.
Yeah. So you got no thoughts about the Ryder Cup, Mills?
No,
Oh, interesting.
I don't.
I guess that's it.
They just won.
There you go.
They just won.
Well, we're supposed to.
Well, you know what? You're so all about your big win at York CC, winning the goddamn.
Well, I'm the old house champ.
You-
I'm an everything champ.
Are you surprised they didn't pick you for the Ryder Cup because you're the old pal?
My
champ?
Venmo account is like, it's busting. They got to increase the number of zeros. All right, I'm making a mess of myself here, boys.
It's all right. It's late in Ohio. It's 8:20. That's bedtime.
Well, I know it's dark.
Hey, Mills, please put out the fire at your compound out there in Johnstown. Put out the fire. Don't let Mama be mad at you. I'll call you in the morning.
Yeah, and don't call
All right, love you, dude.
We'll call you for next week. Don't call us. We'll call you.
I didn't call you this week.
Thanks, Mills.
Love you, Mills. We'll
see
talk to
ya.
you next week.
All right, love you, dude.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's Mills?
I love this phone.
Where's Mills? Where's Mills?
All right, boys. Anything else to wrap things up from you, boys?
I think we're
from the Jody Mills and the Mark Malkovecchia. Mark Calcavecchia
True. Oh,
of the
boy.
show.
It's just good to have Bus back this week.
It is.
Hopefully
It was fun.
hopefully he only makes the show better, and hopefully you see him next week.
Yeah, we got a lot of nice things that we've put into place. It's just taking some time at the facility, so now we're in really good shape. So I foresee Wednesdays being wonderful.
That would be awesome. We would love it very much. As we are each and every Wednesday live from Tailgaters in Plano, 65-cent wings, all of the cold beverages, buckets of beer, single beers. Make sure you come out and ask for me, and you buy me a Deep Eddy's lemon shot, and then you buy one for yourself, and I will do it with you.
Oh,
Because those are the best shots I've ever had in the
What a
history
deal.
of my
Show
young,
featuring me.
my
That's
young
it.
life. Well, Johnny doesn't do shots, and Bus doesn't hang around long enough to do a shot, so I will take all the shots.
Yeah.
You can buy Colby some tea, too. He'd probably appreciate that.
He's going to be drinking soon. I think he's got his run after Christmas, and I think he's going to be ready after Christmas.
Well, we'll see. Anybody here, make sure you hang out for the Drunk Sports Podcast coming up at 8 o'clock Central Time. Look for it on Facebook, on YouTube, or here live. We'd love to see you live each Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's going to do it for us. Live from Tailgaters, I'm Tim. That's Johnny. That's – what was your name?
Who is he?
Sorry. That's
Yeah,
Bus.
what's your name?
The Bus.
Until next week, we'll see you guys.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com.